Namaste YouTube, welcome to Cafe Enoma and welcome to our reaction to REBA McEntire, and we are going to react to the song She Thinks His Name Was John. It's a request of our patron Brendan, and we will be reacting to two more songs in this video.
Yeah, one is by Bette Midler.
Yes.
So we've reacted to recently, though we're not sure if it will go online or not.
Yeah,
we
to
get to upload it. Wind Beneath My Wings of Bette Midler. It was Kirti's first time. And now today it's my first time, I think, listening to Bette Midler and even these other two artists, their songs. REBA MCENTIRE, She Thinks His Name Was John. First time listening to this song.
Yeah.
Let's get started, and if you'd like to learn about us, you can go to the description box below the video, as well as visit our Patreon page. The link is in the same description box. Let's get started.
She can account for all of the men in her past, where they are now, who they married, how many kids they had. She knew their backgrounds, family and friends. A few she even talks to now and then. But there is one she can't put her finger on. There is one that never leaves her thoughts, and she thinks his name was John. Meeting a party a few years back, broad shoulders and blue eyes, his hair was so black. He was a friend of a friend, you could say. She let his smile just sweep her away. She knew that it was wrong, but too much wine. And she left his bed at dawn, and she thinks his name was John. Now each day is one day that's left in her life. She won't know love, have a marriage, or sing lullabies. She lays all alone and cries herself to sleep. But she let a stranger kill her hopes and her dreams. Say what a pity, what a loss. And in the end, when she was barely hanging on, all she could say is she thinks his name was John. She thinks his name was John.
Okay. Wow. Wow. This
Just
was
feel
an
like
intense
sitting
song.
in silence for a moment or
Yeah.
two
Yeah.
before speaking, don't you, after listening to something like
You
that?
need time to absorb it. You need time to settle down after listening to this kind of a song.
So beautiful, so deep, and
Her voice is amazing.
it's also something that makes you think, you
I know where it headed
about
actually.
decisions you make in relationships.
Yeah.
She made a poor decision to leave him without even finding out his name, and then it haunted her for the rest of time.
Okay, as we further in the reaction, I will also tell something about it. Why maybe? Why it became such a painful affair at the end. Yeah, but I enjoyed the music. I like the piano and I like her voice the most. She has a very clear, amazing, beautiful voice.
Very orchestral feel to the song, with the piano.
I
the
couldn't
violins.
really get off her voice throughout the song, and especially there was a moment towards the end when her state at the moment was discussed. At that time, she sang it so beautifully, and by the time when the music actually went away, I realized that a lot of music came and it went, and I missed what all happened.
And it reminds me about the book Bridges Across Madison County. Not exactly similar, but it reminds me of it. Wonderful book. Also a movie made with that book. I think with the same name, but I've not watched it in a long time.
Okay.
This is beautiful music, beautiful voice, beautiful music. What a sad, emotional story. You know, she meets this guy. She's been keeping track of a lot of people in her life. All her exes, all
what
the people
happens
she's been with.
is
But then this guy, she happens to meet him at a party. He's got that blue eyes, black hair, broad shoulders. He's a hunk, handsome
friend
hunk.
of friends.
You know, and he's just so good looking and so charming. She winds up in bed with him the same night, but she leaves at dawn without bothering to find out his name, some details about him, getting his number, anything. And then she just could not find him again, and she regretted it for a long time to come.
You know, that could be one reason that she fell in love with him probably so much that she couldn't think of anybody else after him not being there in her life. That one night had such a major impact on her. But there could be another side to it. There was a Hindi movie made on it, Phir Milenge. It was on a similar plot, but what happens is, because the end was so sad in the song, I think it might be that she contracted a serious illness after that night, maybe HIV or something, and she cannot go forward in her life after that, and she doesn't know anything about him because she knows the background, the families and everything about all the other men she dated and their lives and everything. That's why I said probably I'll tell what could be bigger pain than just missing him or something. And it turned out to be a real royal tragedy. That one night, the careless night.
Yeah, interesting storyline in the movie. Though I'm not sure if it's the same story.
I think that could be the reason.
Seems
why.
like she just fell madly in love with him, but she realized
Could be.
only later how deep her feelings were for this person. It's very emotional. You know, these kind of things do happen in life, and yeah, it's definitely emotional and sad when it happens, when you meet that special someone and for whatever reason you can't find them again. The movie Serendipity comes to mind almost instantly.
Yeah.
Though there it's a happy ending at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And you must watch it to know what we're talking about unless you have watched it already.
Yeah.
Beautiful movie. Very nice, very beautifully shot. You feel, you don't just enjoy the movie, but you also fall in love with the lifestyle of the characters in the movie, the places they show. You know, it just makes you feel good. It's a good movie, feel good movie. Not just a romantic comedy. I don't know if you can call it a romantic comedy, but I think it's
a romantic
it comes in
drama.
that genre. on television it comes in that genre. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's put in that category. Wow, amazing. I like this. Her voice is definitely hauntingly beautiful, beautiful voice. She sings it so well. I would like to listen to more of her for sure. It's a nice request by Brendan, very good request. And now we move on to the other two artists. One thing that Brendan does very well is he gives us a lot of female artists.
Yeah.
Since it's a channel that is owned mainly by a female, Kirti in this case. And we also started, both of us started the Women's Weekend, months ago, almost a year ago now. Perhaps we should also think about restarting it or have a festival.
But we don't have only weekends dedicated to women
Yeah,
now.
we have
It's
it all
daily
year
affair
round
now.
because of the patrons and subscribers.
Yeah, the
But
balance, we found a balance.
What we should have is a women's reaction fest. Where we only, female, not women, female reaction fest, where we
That
only
would be
have
nice, interesting.
female artists,
Yeah.
and maybe only you do it.
Okay.
Only you react to it, only you, and maybe if your sister is available or someone else in your friend circle, maybe only you do it. It might be interesting for me to sit and just watch the reactions while they're being recorded. I get the first view before it goes online,
Yeah.
being behind the camera. Anyway, let's move to Bette Midler after a quick break in the
Yes.
same video.
Namaste YouTube, welcome to Cafe Enoma and welcome to our first time single take on its reaction to From a Distance. It's a song of Bette Midler and we recently reacted to Wind Beneath My Wings.
Though we are not sure if it's going to be online yet.
Yeah,
because
hopefully fingers crossed
it's
it
an
goes
Academy
online.
Award winning song or a Grammy Award winning song. Academy Award, I don't think, maybe I'm mistaken about that.
Grammy.
But definitely won a Grammy or two.
Okay, wow. And
I'm not sure about this one though, never heard it in my life unless it's been in a movie in a small bit. I always thought Bette Midler, the biggest hit was Wind Beneath My Wings. I haven't heard anything else from Bette Midler. And I feel very sad if she has a big catalogue of songs.
and I've seen a movie of hers.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean, she
because
was
I
part
told
of the
you.
movie.
I
And
told
you
you.
told me.
Otherwise, you would never know. The
So,
same thing
I have
happened.
faith.
The same thing happened with Barbara Streisand.
I know,
told
I
you,
enjoyed her
I never
acting.
knew who she was, but I told you. And then you tell it every time that I've watched her in this movie. You wouldn't know it was her.
I wouldn't know, I didn't know. Yeah.
Anyway, let's get started. From a Distance by Bette Midler. We certainly enjoy good music and certainly love watching good movies.
Yeah.
If you have either or both, our Patreon page is a place to request good music and our comments is a place to recommend good movies for us to watch.
Yes.
For sure. Pile them up in the comments. We won't review them though, we don't have the time.
The movies, yeah.
And it's not allowed, unfortunately. And even if we do review it, it may not be received well. So it's a lot of effort which might go down the drain. From a Distance by Bette Midler. Let's get started.
From a distance, the world looks blue and green, and the snow-capped mountains white. From a distance, the ocean meets the stream, and the eagle takes to flight. From a distance, there is harmony, and it echoes through the land. It's the voice of hope, it's the voice of peace, it's the voice of every man. From a distance, we all have enough, and no one is in need. And there are no guns, no bombs, and no disease, no hunger distance. From a distance, you look like my friend, even though we are at war. From a distance, I just cannot comprehend what all this fighting is for. From a distance, there is harmony, and it echoes through the land. And it's the hope of hopes, it's the love of loves, it's the heart of every man. It's the hope of hopes, it's the love of loves. This is the song of every man. And God is watching us, God is watching us, God is watching us from a distance. Oh, God is watching us, God is watching, God is watching us from a distance.
Wow, this is beautiful.
Wow.
This is beautiful. It would fit very well. When I started, I thought I may have heard this somewhere, but then as it continued, I said maybe not. But this would fit beautifully in a movie like Lion King, Frozen, any of those Walt Disney animation movies.
Yeah.
It would fit beautifully into many of them. Beautifully sung, beautifully sung. It's mainly about the voice, mainly about the voice. And why am I repeating myself so much? Let's see how Kirti felt listening to this wonderful song.
You know, I'm in heaven since the time I got to know who Bette Midler is, and I like her music. And I think I'm gonna like anything that comes from her. Because I've seen her face, I've seen her act in that movie, and she looks rosy, she looks godly, she looks adorable, and anything she touches would be turning into gold.
Yeah, you should.
I like this.
You should type what a Bette Midler movie is on Google.
And I'm gonna watch that.
Like we do for all of
Yeah,
our favorite
yeah,
actors, so
yeah.
that we can schedule time to watch all their movies. You know, binge watch them. What we do.
There is a feeling
at
about
our
certain
home.
people, and I like her. I like her voice. There is an aura, there is a kind of something that is very likable, lovable, something that I appreciate. You know, I get connected to certain people, certain things, and she's one of those things. One of those people. I liked how she sang. I liked the music. I liked especially the piano being as loud as her singing was. And what a phenomenal song, From a Distance.
Yeah, it makes you feel earthy and breezy
So
on the
beautiful.
inside. No, the feeling of rather
Yeah.
being, you know, very well connected.
Natural.
Connected to the universe around
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
The way it is
Being
all
part of the universe.
written down.
Yeah.
Whoever's written it is a brilliant
Brilliant
songwriter.
writing, yeah.
You know, from a distance, how you see things, the mountains,
Everything is
the
harmonious.
forest, the greenery.
Looks great.
Everything looks so beautiful. The waterfalls in the distance. You know, it just, everything is picture perfect. And then when you come closer, you see that
You know,
it
those
may not be so
those
picture
those
perfect
tears,
as it was.
those rips, those problems, those cracks cannot be seen from the distance. It looks like one entire piece which looks beautiful. And that's how God sees us. He sees us always, oh wow, they are having a good time. He doesn't know there are two people, they are just not playing with guns. They are killing each other at the end of the day. they are cops. God doesn't know, people have come up with so many things. You know, one day I was thinking about it. If I went to zoo and have a look at the animals living in the zoo, and if the deer was chatting on the smartphone and the lion was calling his wife lioness on a phone call that, come, I'm in this compartment, where are you sitting, why are you not here with me? And with the baby panda was emailing the father that I've been home all along and all alone as well, why aren't you here with me to eat some bamboo together, and things like that. How funny and hilarious that would be. All the animals using the gadgets that we do, and how dependent we are on all those things. Won't the animals laugh at us when they look at us and the way we live and the way we complicate things? They must be really wondering what are they doing today. I mean, this is a comedy show. When they must be watching human beings getting so engrossed, getting so busy with all these technologies that we come up with. They must be saying, wow, this is the height of doing things. These people really have a knack of doing things. I mean, can you imagine a rabbit waking up with an alarm clock? You don't have to do that. Would it ever need an alarm clock to wake up?
We made our lives very complicated, that's for sure. You know, if we just focused on the basic needs, perhaps there wouldn't be so many people still who don't have 2 square meals a day. Forget about 3 or 4. Like many of us watching this video are fortunate enough to have. But there's so many millions of people who still don't have clean water to drink. You know,
and they don't seem to find any solution for it either, with all the technological advancements and all the developments.
And people actually die, still. So,
and they don't even have to be hunted down by lions.
Yeah, so God is watching us, it's like, what are we doing to ourselves and each other in the process? And what can we do to make things better, even if it's a little way? What we do in our homes, a small example, it's not too big, but it's something small that we mutually decided we should do. We use very little lights in the evenings. So we avoid lights altogether most evenings. We record just few days a week, so we can do it for the rest of the days. And either ways, during our recordings, all of us are in the same room right now, the kids and us. So it's a big room, fortunately. But the fact is that other rooms, the lights are off. So we do a little bit like that. We also use a lot of solar power in the form of our solar speakers. We listen to music basically on solar speakers and solar music systems. So that is taken care of. We do a little things like that, which definitely helps. Yeah, let's move to the third song. It's totally different artist, but maybe similar song.
Anthony and the
Johnsons. Let's get right to it. We don't have much time. Goodbye. 8 seconds and we'll be back.
Yes.
Maybe lesser.
Namaste YouTube, welcome to Cafe Enoma and welcome to our first time single take honest reaction to the song Rupture. It's a song by Anthony and the Johnsons and it's a request of our patron Brendan.
Yeah. Catch up on our reactions during the Mega Reaction Fest 4, as well as all other reactions that we do for our patrons all through the year. We have a playlist of many of our reactions. Not exactly a playlist, but it's all the videos that we have. So we've simplified it for people to, and if you want to search any particular artist, if you want to find if their videos are online or if you've reacted to them, just type the name of the artist. For example, Bette Midler, Kirti's new favorite.
Yes.
Bette Midler, Enoma. Or Enoma Bette Midler reaction.
In the search bar of YouTube and you will get the results.
Yeah, and you should get the results of any such songs if they exist. And
put Enoma before, after the artist or the song title and it should get.
Yeah. And if someone else shows up in those results
go for us.
Above us, let us know too.
Still go for us.
Because that is how YouTube works at times. Yeah, let's get started.
Eyes are falling, lips are falling, hair is falling to the ground. Slowly, softly, falling, falling, down in silence to the ground. Oh, the world is falling, falling. All the blue from me and you, teardrops falling to the ground. Teardrops. I'm talking about your teardrops. For instance, oh, my mama, she's been falling down for quite some time. And oh, my papa, he's been falling down for quite some time. And oh, my friends, I've watched them falling softly to the ground. Like the leaves are falling down in silence to the ground. Is this the rapture? Is this the rapture? Why don't you tell me, is this the rapture? Is this the rapture? Our Father, who art in heaven, for the kingdom, the power, the glory, yours now and forever.
Wow! I always liked the voice of the Anthony and the Johnsons, but this was phenomenal. This was on another level. The vibrations in his voice, the high notes that it went to. This was, I think, first time this level of singing I got to witness from Anthony and the Johnsons. I always liked the way the voice was, like the music, like the piano and everything. Here, I think there was flute as well in the background that was playing. But his voice was phenomenal in this song.
Yeah, this is a very cool, it's a chilly, lazy winter's evening in Mumbai, and definitely listening to this song puts you to sleep. That is what I actually felt while listening to it, that it makes me feel dreamy, sleepy, wants me to just lie down during the reaction and listen to it. It's that kind of a song, beautifully sung, as Kirti rightly observed. One of the best, definitely one of the best I've heard of Anthony and the Johnsons. And I need to learn more about them. We've heard them now for 3-4 months now, probably.
4 months.
Off and on. We should learn a bit more from them. Hopefully someone in the comments will let us know more about them. and not just the patron who requested it, the real fans too, other fans. It's not only about watching the reaction, it's also about sharing. We share our experience of listening to this song for the first time, and what do you share with us in return? It's a give and take. So you can share something about them. I'm not talking about spam, no links please. So that goes for review, and doesn't help our videos do well in the searches. So what we would like is information. Sharing how you felt on listening to it, or some trivia about Anthony and Johnsons, once again shared by you. Even if it's just a line or two, not links. I enjoyed it. I don't know what he's getting at with, what they are getting at rather, Anthony and the Johnsons, with the rapture. Everything is falling, the hair, the eyes, people, rapture. Ends with the Our Father and God and everything. What exactly is it talking about? In this sense of things rapturing, what exactly is it about? That I don't get. Is it the destruction of the world, destruction of mankind, destruction of how we are as human beings, the destroying our very essence of being human with the way we interact with each other, with the way we live our lives? What exactly it is about? Because the first two songs, at least the last song, was on that theme. Is it something similar? How does it fit into these three, or was it just put together? I don't know.
I just checked the meaning of rapture as a word, and I didn't know the meaning of rapture. I thought it was rupture, but I'm mistaken. This means intense feeling of intense joy or pleasure. But I don't know, how does that make more sense of the song then? The hair is falling, lips are falling, other things are falling, then how does that make sense?
Yeah, even I thought it was rupture.
Rupture means,
wondering. So if rapture means something else, and if that is exactly what we heard or we saw in the lyrics, then it is kind of sad for a word that means a state of intense joy or something.
Pleasure,
Interesting. Wouldn't know. I wouldn't know what this means.
He kept saying, is
but
it rapture?
If we leave it all aside, it's just sung so beautifully. Who cares what it means really? When it comes to great singing, I'm all for it. When it comes to great music, I'm all for it. I love lyrics. I'm a lyrics guy. But when it comes to great music and vocals, the lyrics definitely come second. I love listening to good voices. I'm an expert at analyzing them. As a public speaking trainer for more than 20 years of my life, 25 years now actually, I do know a lot about voices and how to use it very well. And I also train people for it, thousands of them very successfully with awesome feedback. So I love voices. And at the same time I love good music, especially the stringed instruments like the violin, the cello, the piano, and then of course the rock music instruments. So good music always comes first, but at the same time lyrics are important. I don't look at it only as a music lover. I look at it as a human being, as a professional counselor, teacher, life coach. How can this help me? How can I connect with it? How does it relate to me, my life, the lives of people around me? So all those things are really important. So I don't know. I don't know what this means, but I would like to know. Definitely,
words were simple, lines were simple, but to put them in a context is not happening right now.
So you could share information like that, and the beauty of these videos where we have 2-3 songs in one video, the beauty is that people get to know about the other artist, on the same video, as long as you put it in the comments. They obviously see the same 3 videos, but who knows whether they'll get to the third one. So the fact is, if you don't put it in the comments, possibly people will leave. REBA MCENTIRE and Bette Midler are so big that maybe they'll skip the last one. They'll just come for them and go. But if you place it in the comments when they go through these videos,
highlight them.
What people usually do on YouTube and what we do also is, while we are watching the video, we generally scroll down to the comments and just listen.
Yeah.
So that's a habit that most YouTubers I know do. People who use YouTube every day almost. So that's how it is designed, and that's how people use it. So people like to watch obviously, but they also like to listen, especially the discussion part of our reactions. I've been told by 100 plus people that I know in the last 2 years that they usually do this. Because I ask them not directly because it will sound like a survey, but I just slip it in, how do they actually watch our videos, and they share their experience on certain videos they like. And I get to know how they use it, and I realize the same like us. So if you don't put relevant comments, which we are all for, we love relevant comments, we hate irrelevant comments. We absolutely hate it. I personally absolutely hate irrelevant comments. So if it's something relevant to these songs, we absolutely love it. We appreciate it because it adds to my life, it adds to my career as a reactor, her career. It adds to the channel's wealth of knowledge that we share with our patrons, subscribers, viewers, anyone who comes here.
It's as simple as you coming to watch a reaction of us for a song and we talking about something else altogether. That's when
Would you like
you
it?
won't like that.
Would you like it? No.
Same
obviously
goes
not.
with us.